What's up? I'm Steve Green. You're watching Tough Talk. Today we're talking about why we need a war on nice guys. Because they ain't so nice, baby. If you ever want to laugh, look for a guy who has a Facebook page, and he often says something to the tune of, I wish I could be an asshole so that way I could get girls. The thing about nice guys is that they are assholes. They're just going at it a different way than most guys traditionally do. One of my friends growing up was a nice guy, a self-proclaimed nice guy. He literally had weapons all over his fucking wall. He wore hats. He had an Indiana Jones hat that he used to wear socially. This guy also got a Lord of the Rings ring. And if you're watching this right now and you also have a Lord of the Rings ring and you put it on a fucking necklace around your neck, you're a fucking loser, dude. Straight up, I got no other way to put it to you. Keep that shit to yourself. And that's not to say that, like, I'm not nerdy. I got Batman statues in my fucking house, dude. But I don't show them to people. I don't walk around with the Batman statue around my fucking neck. I keep my loser shit to myself so that when it's time, my girlfriend can find out what a fucking weirdo loser I am. What makes a man a small man is his inability to handle rejection. And the way that he handles rejection, because rejection is something we all fucking face, man. Other than Bill Cosby, if you're Bill Cosby, you have never been rejected, but most of us have been rejected at some point. For a couple of years, I definitely did this whole, like, I'm a victim thing. You kind of go through it in your early teen years. I would keep to myself about things, and I thought it was cooler if I was just very quiet. In the hallway, I'd be kind of squinty. You know, where you're just kind of like walking through the hallway, like being very quiet and shit. You thought this was cool. You saw like your sister was watching some sexy vampire show or something, and you think like, oh, like that's what girls want, is they want like quiet guy to be like, hey, what's up? Hey, yeah, what's going on? It did shit for me, man. It didn't do one fucking thing for me. These guys have to build themselves up a certain way, and there's a reason why they all dress a certain way. They see Indiana Jones wearing a fucking hat and then slaying fucking pussy. So they think, oh, well, if I put on a fedora hat, chicks will think that, like, whoa, yeah, this guy's got a fucking cool vibe. Like, that's another reason why they all do the same thing, right? They all buy these, like, fucking Klingon Bailey blade things. If only we could understand how dope that is, right? Because we never saw episode fucking 320 of Star Trek where Mr. Worf gets a fucking Klingon blade and what it means to his character. If only we could sit this girl at the club down and show her that episode of Star Trek. Maybe then she'd get it, but of course you show it to her, you know, because she's like reluctantly, maybe you're even dating for a little bit, and reluctantly she's like, okay, fine, show it to me. Yeah, great. I do this shit all the time. I'm like, Nikki, you gotta fucking see this scene from this Bond movie. And she'll watch it. And I'm like, you don't even know what it means to me. Like, this scene, James Bond actually did this stunt in Live and Let Die, where James Bond like runs across a bunch of fucking crocodile noses. I remember watching it and being like, holy fuck, this is awesome. I sit my girlfriend down and she's like, why is James Bond cool? I don't give a fuck about James Bond. And I'm like, let me take care of that for you. Pop it on. She doesn't give a fuck in the world, in the whole world. She's like, that's it? That's fucking it? That's why James Bond's so kick-ass to you? Not everyone sees the world the same way that you see it. Thinking, though, that the way that you see it is deeper or more profound or smarter than the way that the rest of us see it is fucking stupid. If only the girl could watch the episode of Doctor Who that made you buy a sonic fucking screwdriver that lights up when you put a double A into it, then she'd understand why you bought it and then put it in like a glass case that lights up and spins very slowly. It's so stupid, dude. It doesn't resonate with her. You know what resonates more with her? The new Adam Devine song that she just heard, okay? And she was dancing to in the club. She likes it just as much as you like your fucking lame-ass sonic screwdriver, okay? That you spend $114 on, because it's a replica. And it's got a nice weight to it, doesn't it? You fucking weirdo. I mean, straight up, why is that deeper? The things that I prefer are better than what you prefer, right? It's this false, like, intellectualism that exists with nice guys, where they think like, hey, because what I like to do isn't what everyone else typically likes to do, what I like to do is smarter and it's more intellectual. than like what these fucking dumbasses do when they go out to a club and just go, and they drink too much. To a nice guy, women are so dumb. They want to be treated like shit. They want a guy who is abusive. They want a guy who is not into them at all, who wants to just like fuck them and leave them for dry or whatever the hell, right? Dude, I was a fucking nice guy victim. I remember talking to chicks on the phone very late at night, being like, yeah, well, he's just not good to you and all this shit. Like, it wasn't even necessarily true. You would just project they're not that good to you because they're not you. Opening doors, by the way, is not a fucking saintly act. You do not deserve a fucking parade because you get a door for a chick. You got a door for a chick because you want to fuck her the same way that a guy who didn't have to get a door for a chick because he's got a Jeep, it's like an open air Jeep, and she could just crawl in. And what an asshole, he didn't get the door for you? Well, it's an open air Jeep. Well, he's an asshole. I don't care if it's an open air Jeep. He's a fucking asshole because he didn't get the door for you. What does guy with Jeep want? He wants to fuck you. I don't want to fuck you. That's not why I get the door for you, answer all of your phone calls, and I'm basically a human fucking doormat for you. I don't want to fuck you at all. Fuck off. It's because you're a scumbag just like me, man. Just like every other guy. You're just pretending not to be. Because that's your act. Just like my act is that I don't give a fuck. Until I live with a chick long enough for her to find out what a fucking head case of insecurity I am. It's been tough, dog. No, I'm not insecure. I got it all together. I definitely don't look at my hair every day and think, what happened? Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I make new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Also, go follow me on Snapchat. I'm SteveGreeneCom on there, on Twitter, and on Facebook.